afternoon, good afternoon, good morning, should I say? Sorry, good morning. Welcome back to the channel as we preview the League Two season. I'll be obviously doing the League Two table from the bottom to the top. But yeah, it's great to be here today. And yeah, like I say, if anybody wants to get involved, please let me know where you think each team will finish. It'll be great to hear from you this morning. What a beautiful day has been so far, and it is going to be a beautiful day. So yeah, I hope you all enjoying your weekend. But here we are for the League Two table prediction. So yeah, I'm going to get going then. So in 24th place. Sorry guys, I've actually forgot. 1 second. But here we are. We're having a bit of trouble this morning with the StreamYard facilities, but we are okay. We're good. We're good to go. Hello Matthew, welcome into the chat. Good to hear that you're having a great weekend so far. I hope you are enjoying the sunshine today as well, and I hope that obviously you have a lovely day. Today there's lots of sport on today, of course, which is every sport in fans' dream. You know, there's rugby, there's football, there's tennis, obviously the final at Wimbledon. So yeah, there's lots on offer today to watch as well on the TV. But yeah, nice to see you in the chat, and thank you for joining us. So as I was saying, I'm going to get going now with the table. So in 24th place, I'm going to go for this team because they have been kind of lingering at the bottom end of the table recently. Like I say, finishing 21st last season. I think that they're going to be in real danger this season. I really do. So I have to go with this team on that basis, and I'm going for Stevenage to finish bottom and to be relegated to the National League. I just see that they're kind of been lingering in that bottom half recently, and I just don't really see them, getting. I don't see them getting being able to stay up, unfortunately, with the resources they have. Now, if you look at the signings that they've made, I'm just going to quickly do my research. Obviously, I have got notes up anyway. I mean, if you look at the people that they've brought in, Stevenage, I'm just going to have a look and see where they've kind of... Here they are, they're here. I mean, they have made some brilliant signings actually so far in the summer. Obviously, bringing in someone experienced as Michael Bostwick from Burton Albion, a free transfer. They've got Sweeney from Forest Green, Max Clark from Rochdale, I'm not sure. They've got a player from Motherwell, Roberts, Rose from Northampton, a player from Aberdeen as well on a loan, so that could potentially help them. But yeah, I mean, they have lost quite a few as well, if you look as well. I mean, probably most of the names that they've lost really have been players that haven't really seen much first-team football, because a lot of them have been released. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of that thing, but I just think that they will still struggle to be able to stay up, really. But yeah, so yeah, like I say, if anybody wants to get involved, like I say, please let me know who you think will be relegated from League Two this season. Obviously, only 2 teams relegated from League Two. And yeah, so let me know the 2 teams that you think will be relegated. So yeah, we're going to go on to the next team now. And this team, I think, kind of looking at it, I think they're there was this team have just come up from the National League, obviously, so they're back in League Two. But I still think that they will struggle. I think that every time, it's a big step up. As we've said before, I'm not saying teams can't do it, because it is possible for promoted sides to come up and really stake a claim. But I just think that the resources that they have, they've kind of replaced a few players, but they haven't really done enough for me to maybe mount a claim. They haven't got really the financial backing either, which is always difficult at that bottom of the table, and I think that's why sometimes if you have got a team down there that do have the financial backing, it does help massively. But I just think they'll struggle this season, unfortunately. I think that Grimsby Town will be relegated back to the National League, unfortunately. Let's go to some more comments. Thank you. Watching the wheelchair tennis fans now. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, obviously. Nice to obviously see a bit of coverage from the wheelchair tennis for sure. Kind of watched a bit the other day actually. I think Alfie Hewitt was on. And yeah, it was a great, occasion for sure. Mansfield would win the League Two. Will win the League Two this season. Good shout. Obviously we'll go on to my prediction very shortly, but it is a good prediction, that for sure. Like I said, they were up there last season, weren't they, Mansfield? So I wouldn't be surprised to see them back up there again this season, and like I say, finishing first. Walsall and Stevenage, my prediction to be relegated. Good choices, like I say. You've agreed with one part of my relegation team, but not the other. But yeah, fair enough. But yeah, thank you for posting those comments in for me. Now in 22nd place, I've gone for this team. Now they obviously did just have a look here. They only just survived last season, but I think that I think they'll have enough, this team, to stay in the division, only just of course by the skin of the teeth again. So they won't make progress, but I don't see them getting relegated. I think obviously you could argue that obviously Oldham and Scunthorpe, who got relegated last year, they were lucky that those two teams were really poor. Like I say, Oldham having the off-field issues as well. Must admit that is difficult for them in their situation. But yeah, I just fancy Barrow to stay up. Now let's have a look at what they've done in the transfer market so far. Barrow. They've brought in a few. They've brought in a few players. They brought in a few from Halifax Town. Obviously, I know Halifax well from obviously not living far from there. So a few signings: Warren and Waters from Halifax, and a free transfer. They've signed a player from Woking. They've also got an under-23 Chelsea player in McClelland. Gosh, that's a tongue twister this morning. Sam Foley from Tranmere and Ray from Exeter. So they have made progress with a few signings. Hello there, Don. Welcome on in. Thank you for tuning in. Went to Stevenage versus West Brom yesterday. They signed good players and dominated West Brom's first team and won 2-0. They look good with a new manager, one to watch out for. All right, fair enough. Now, my prediction looks like is out of the question then. Like I say, you've obviously had a heads up with going to watch that game yesterday. But yeah, I didn't actually realise they won 2-0. So that's that's surprising. But yeah, thank you for that. Like I say, let me know, Don, which teams you think will go down from League Two then this season. I've already kind of done mine, so yeah. But yeah, maybe they are the ones to watch out for. Maybe surprise a few. Like I say, we'll just have to see. So yeah, I'm gonna go on to the next team now. Who, I mean, again, another team that was kind of down at the bottom end last season as well. And I think that they will stay where, kind of around that bottom end of the table, to be honest with you. And I'm going for Harrogate Town in 21st. Yeah, I mean, it's always tough for a team, to just consolidate themselves in League Two. And I think that obviously Harrogate, newly not being in League Two that long, a few years now, but they may struggle this time. I thought they'd be down near the bottom, but to be fair, they are local, so I went to watch and away and expecting them to get smashed, but they look very good. Yeah, like I say, it is nice to obviously get a few pre-season games in. If it's local, then you might as well go and watch. And yeah, obviously, yeah, it's always obviously perfect weather for football as well this weekend. It really has been. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Like I say, if they look very good in that game, and see how they start the season then, for sure. This team loaned our players from HDFC. Yeah, they did, which I'm going to get on to now. So yeah, as I was saying, like I say, Harrogate, I think Harrogate will finish 21st. I think they will be around that end. Like I said, they did finish 19th last year, but I just don't see them making any progress this season at all, really. I think they're just a team that just wanting to consolidate themselves, quite happy to be where they are, and kind of look to build on in the next few years. But still, obviously, as long as these teams don't go down, then it will be. Sometimes you just got to be patient, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, let's have a look at what they've done so far in the transfer market. Obviously, yeah, they have actually got a few of our players, Huddersfield players. In Matty Daly, they've made a loan transfer for him, so he's playing for them this season. And Jaheim Headley, who both I've seen quite a bit of. I think that it'll definitely really help them with their experience, and I think that playing week in week out, hopefully, it will help them develop their game. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how them two to get on. But yeah, like I say. Obviously, the signings they've made: Ferguson from Altrincham, Dooley from Rochdale, Jameson from York, Joe Mattock from Rotherham, which I've seen Mattock a few times as well. I do know that name. And yeah, he's a solid player. I think that he's experienced as well. And yeah, I think he'll bring something to them. And Welch Hayes from Colchester. But yeah, best of luck to the two Huddersfield Town youngsters who have joined Harrogate for the new season. Sorry, my hay fever is starting to get a bit bad, so I am kind of itching my nose a bit. It's one of those hay fever problems at this time of year. Anybody that has it knows what I'm talking about. So next up, I'm going to go for this team because I just think they will kind of be around this area of the table. I think, let me just have a look. Sorry guys, hopefully, by the way, we are going to be joined by Mike. Mike is a Newport fan. Hopefully when he gets out of bed and gets sorted, he should be joining us. But he did say he may be a bit. He probably will be late. So yeah, he may join us halfway through the stream. So yeah, just to let you all know. I'm just gonna have a look here because I'm trying to find. Sorry, bear with me, please. I'm just trying to find something. That's the problem when you've got too many tabs open. Yeah, right. Sorry, yeah, we're here. I see this team finishing this place because I just don't think that they're going to be able to. Maybe obviously they did finish around 17th last season. I don't see them making much progress either, and I have to go for Hartlepool United. I think they are, like I said, that they're not going to be. They're going to be fighting relegation, I think, this season again, but I think they'll just be okay in terms of staying up, obviously. Now, if we look at what they've done this summer, let's just see if there's any players that stand out to me in this. I mean, they've signed someone from Bradford called Cook. Not sure. Like I said, I'm not really sure of anybody that they've actually signed, to be honest with you, if I'm honest. But yeah, they've lost quite a few as well, though. Like I said, probably players that weren't really part of the squad, but it is one of those. But yeah, that is me, Hartlepool, in 20th place. Now, in 19th, I'm going to go for this team because I just think that, they haven't made much transfer business in terms of bringing people in. They've only made 2 transfers, and they've lost a few as well. Last season, if we look at last season, they were around these places last season as well. I've probably dropped them a few places, actually. But yeah, I'm going to go for Colchester United in 19th. I think that they will be, like I say, fighting relegation, but they'll just be okay. But yeah, it's going to be another not very good season for them. It's just something that kind of, like I said, when you don't make the transfer, you don't do much business, you don't have the financial backing, it can be difficult. Quite a few teams are probably, struggling down at the bottom end of the football pyramid, but it is what it is. Now, I think this next team I've chosen are going to surprise maybe a few that I've actually put them this low. Now, this team was around the playoffs, and they just missed out by a point. And I think they very much overachieved though last year, to be honest with you. I think that, they may find themselves struggling a bit this season. I don't know why I put them in this place, but I have. I feel like they're going to just come down to reality a bit. Like I say, sometimes when clubs do get up in that place and you don't actually expect them to be there, that's when you have to make it count. And if you don't, then like I said, the season after, you know what I mean. So it's kind of that momentum. I just think once you get a chance to potentially maybe go up, if you don't take it, you may actually hit kind of reality the season after. So I'm going to go for Sutton United in 18th. I think they're, I think that they will be finishing around that place. Now let's have a look at what they've done in the transfer market so far, of course, because like I said, the window is still open, isn't it? So many teams. They've got a few free transfers in again. Lost quite a few as well, though. So yeah, it is one of those. It's sometimes it can be that kind of domino effect where if you are a team that kind of don't expect to be there or aren't expected to be there or overachieved, you aren't guaranteed to be back up there afterwards. Alex Newbert, the new goalkeeper. Are you talking about Sutton? Sorry. But yeah, it is one of those. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. But yeah, just like I say, I'm not. As you can probably tell, I'm not very knowledgeable of League Two, which is why I would love for Mike to come and join us very soon. But I'm not sure how long he will be. But yeah, he's got more knowledge than me in League Two, with him supporting Newport County and watching more of the football really in League Two recently. So yeah, yeah, so 18th, Sutton United. In 17th, I put this team here because I just think they will be a team that actually they have made quite a few decent signs, to be honest with you. But I still think they'll be content to be where they are, where I put them here. Yeah. Oh, I hate when I lose my notes and then it goes back to. Yeah, I'm hoping Mike is coming on soon. Like I said, he did say he was going to be late because, I think he kind of likes a bit of a line now. We'll just have to see if he turns up very shortly. Probably would say in the next 10 minutes or so he will come in, and we'll kind of recap, not every position, but maybe speak to him about, obviously, maybe who he thinks will be relegated, the teams maybe to watch out for, and things like that. But yeah, hopefully he will come in a bit. So yeah. Here we are. As I was saying, this team do linger around the bottom of the table at the moment. Like I said, last season finishing 18th. I've got them to finish one place higher this season, but I don't think they'll really make inroads and maybe progress a bit, progress massively. So for that reason, I have to go for Rochdale. Rochdale in 17th. Obviously, Rochdale were in League One at one point, obviously, but they always seem to struggle in League One as well. So, but yeah, there's been a big overhaul at the club, and obviously now they seem to be struggling in League Two. So yeah, Rochdale for me in 17th. Now, in 16th place, I've put this team to maybe drop off this season just a few places. I think, I can't really see them, like I say, going upwards. I think they're just going to stay where they are, really. Like I said, obviously making a few good signings. They've actually got a player from Newport called Telford. If Mike was here, I probably would have been able to question him about him and what his kind of thoughts was on him. But yeah, it is what it is. He should be coming on very soon. But yeah, I have to go for Crawley Town. I just think that they will be around that position again this season. Like I said, they did finish 12th last season, but it is one of those. I just don't see them mounting any kind of challenge, maybe further up the table at this point, anyway. But yeah, I'm just gonna see. What is happening? Yeah, I'm just messaging Mike, see if he's up and ready to come on. Like I said, we've still got a bit to go here with the table predictions, so we've got time to work with. In 15th place, I've gone for Carlisle United. Now, Carlisle, again, a team that kind of finish around this play, usually. I think they're a team that finished 20th last season. So actually, I've actually put them up a few places this year, this season. I just think, we will see that progress, that nice steady progress actually as well. So yeah, I just think that they will finish there. They've made quite a number of signings as well, albeit a few youngsters that have come in. But they have, kind of lost a few as well. So yeah, But I think that they will obviously finish 15 for me, Carlisle. Now in 14th place, I'm going to go for this team because I think they kind of look comfortable in League Two, but I don't think that they'll be able to maybe mount a challenge in terms of I look at I'm trying to remember no transfers in this team. Which team we're talking about? Carlisle. Well, it does say on Transfer Market that they've made signings, so I'm not sure where you've been looking, but I've seen otherwise. I'm just kind of trying to find something, by the way, whilst this is a bit. I'm not sure. Maybe I've put this team in a league that they're not even in. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking at the table a minute. 1 second. We'll get back to it. It's a good job as well because, like I said, I am hoping that Mike does come in actually. Because, like I say, he has more knowledge than me in this league. Well, they are. I'm just trying to find where they finished last season. This team. Yeah, they've got some free signings in, like I say. So yeah, it is. Like I say, it is classed as a transfer. Yeah, it's really weird because I can't find. Yeah, I know why. Sorry, guys, I know why. This team I'm going to get in 14th. A team that have just come down, actually, from League One. But I think that they'll be okay this season in League Two. I think they'll have a solid season. And I think they'll finish comfortably. And I'm going to go for AFC Wimbledon. Don't think they'll mount any challenge. But I think that they will, obviously have a comfortable, nice season in League Two. Obviously, they will be hoping that they can get straight back up to League One. But like I say, it's not always easy. It can happen, of course it can. But sometimes you just have to say, let's rebuild again. Let's have a solid season in League Two, and then, next season, the season after, really mount a challenge to go up. So yeah. We'll just have to see. I mean, let's have a look at what they've done then so far in the transfer market. Wimbledon. It's a problem with all these apps open. You get lost of. But yeah, let's have a look what that Wimbledon have done in the transfer market. And there's so many teams as well. It isn't like literally a quick minute thing to do, finding where are they now? Well, they'll be at the top, won't they? Because it is. I mean, they've made 2 signings so far at Wimbledon. They've got Chris Gunter from Charlton on free transfer. Now, Gunter is a player that I've seen a few times. I think he's a decent player, to be honest with you. And yeah, that'll be interesting to see how he does. I mean, let's have a look. He's experienced, that's for sure. He's very experienced, 32 years of age now. Obviously a right back. And yeah, he's been... Obviously, he's been at Reading, he's been at Charlton, Nottingham Forest. He's been around. I remember, actually, I think, he was part of the squad when we played them, Reading in the playoff final in 2017. So, yeah, I have seen a bit of him, and I think it'll be a decent signing for them, actually. So, yeah, that's a good piece of business to do. And another player that they've got in is another experienced pro, in Alex Pearce from Millwall, who is 33. He's a centre-back, but again, I think he can definitely do a job for you at League Two level. Obviously, released by Millwall this summer. Yeah, I used to be at Charlton Gunter, as well. But yeah, obviously, Pearce has been. He's been at Derby, he's been at Millwall, Bristol, and I think that it's kind of another good signing, though, for sure, for them. They have lost quite a few, but again, it's mainly players that didn't really play much last season, if at all. So yeah, they're in good stead to finish in mid-table for me, and I think they'll have a good season. So yeah, I think they'll be mid-table. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, good shout. I mean, the further we go up now, it gets more interesting, doesn't it? So, I've put this team in 13th now because I just think that they will finish around this. They won't really mount a challenge. They obviously finished 9th last season, but I just think that they won't. I think they'll probably drop a few places this time, drop off a bit, and they will find themselves in a decent finish, but maybe not one that most Tranmere Rovers fans will want me to say. But yeah, I have, of course, put Tranmere Rovers in 13th. I just think that they will kind of drop a few, but they'll drop off this season, and like I said, I don't think they will really get close to the playoffs. They'll just consolidate in that position. Now let's have a look at their transfers then, and let's see who we can pick out that maybe will. I mean, I know Matt, you're looking as well. I know you're looking at transfers. Tranmere. Yeah, like I said, that's the problem with this. Is there's so many teams you struggle to find them straight away. Obviously, it is in alphabetical order. Now they've actually brought in a few players now. I mean, anybody that stands out. I mean, probably the one that stands out for me is Neil Byrne from Hartlepool. I seem to recognise his name for some reason. But yeah, I think that there will, and this hay fever is getting worse as the days going on, by the way. Yeah, it is. It's getting worse. I mean, they've got a few youngsters from Everton. Well, they've got a youngster from Everton coming in. All free transfers. They've lost quite a few as well. But yeah, I just think that Tranmere will finish in 13th. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably best getting something actually. So yeah, guys, I will be back in a moment. I wish I could kind of put some like outro in for. We should really have a break kind of thing. But I haven't got that advance yet at this to be able to like have, like Chris does, Matt from Leicester, Till I Die TV. He puts when he has a break, he puts something up, but I haven't got that facility at the moment. But yeah, Matt, if you can just let people know, I will be taking a quick minute or so break. Thank you, mate. Thank you. I'm not sure how to input it though into here. I'll have to ask Chris about that. I don't know how to actually Is it classed as an overlay, or is it classed as something else, or background? I'm not sure how you'd add it anyway. But yeah, Matthew, if you can just let everybody know that I am going out for one moment whilst I get a tissue. Yeah, just post in the chat for me, please. And yeah. So yeah, we are taking a break from the moment. So yeah, I'll be back in a moment, guys. Okay. So yeah, I'll be back. That was actually very quick, actually. But yeah, thank you for posting. That so everybody knows. So yeah, like I said, I was hoping Mike would be here by now, but unfortunately, he's still not arrived. So yeah, we'll just keep going and see. Hopefully, we'll be able to catch him towards the end. But yeah, so yeah, next up in 12th place. Now this team will finish exactly mid-table. In my opinion, I think that they're a team that aren't really going to mount a challenge as such. But they're going to have a solid season in League Two. Now, obviously, this team came up as champions of the National League last season, so they are a promoted side. But I just think they'll make the mark early on. I think they'll finish mid-table and have a really decent season. So for that reason, I'm going for Stockport County. We are back. We are, yeah. So yeah, Stockport County in 12th. Now let's have a look what they've done this summer. So because obviously it's also always interesting to see what the promoted side decide to do in terms of recruitment policy and how much they feel like they need to strengthen. So we're going to have a look at Stockport now very quickly. Like I said, I wish I was more knowledgeable on this league, but I thought that because I've done obviously Championship and League One, I felt like I needed to do League Two as well. And then obviously doing the Premier League tomorrow, which I will get into at the end of the stream to remind you all. Now they have brought in a few players here, as you can imagine. They've also lost a few, mainly fringe players. Joe Lewis from Torquay now. He seems to. He's a young player. He plays at centre back, so definitely defensively looking to strengthen there. But yeah, they have made a number of signings, which they need to do in the league to stay up. Personally, I would love a guest mutually. Yeah, like I said, I do watch bits of League Two, League One, but I just don't. And obviously, I do know the teams that are in it, but I just don't have as much knowledge as people that may go every week to a League Two, League One game. So, yeah, it would have been nice to get a guest for the League One show the other day. Unfortunately, I couldn't secure one. I did actually make some inquiries, but just couldn't get one in. League Two, I was hoping Mike would join us today. I'm still having that hope because we are getting closer to dinner time. So I would hope that he is up and he is probably getting ready to come on. So we'll just hope for the best there. We're still kind of probably about 20 minutes away from finishing. So yeah, hopefully he is going to be here in the next 10-15 minutes, hopefully. But yeah, good shout. Like I said, I have been trying to get people on, but it's not always easy to find guests when you it's not easy to find guests when you're kind of new to this as well. So obviously, if you've been doing it for maybe a year or two, it is easier because you've got the contacts to be able to get people on that you've kind of been able to collaborate with previously. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to be joined by a guest soon on the channel. So yeah, Stockport like I say, in 12th. I've clicked on something I shouldn't. I didn't mean to click that comment. In fact, I did, because I didn't actually see this comment. I was presuming you was on about Tranmere actually earlier on, Matt. Fair enough, you think they'll get higher. I just don't think they will. I just think they'll kind of drop off a bit this season, and we'll see them consolidate in that position that I gave them earlier. Yeah, thank you. Now, in 11th place, I've gone for this team. They were around this place last season. I can't see them. Like I said, they seem to be okay for League Two, but they don't seem to, at this point, to be able to make that step up to the playoffs. Now, I just think that maybe they will have to be patient with this. It is a long kind of, obviously where they've come from as well. Salford, obviously, owned by the few of the Manchester United legends, Paul Scholes, Gary Neville, Nicky Butt, and things like that. So they are backed, but it's not going to be an easy thing. But they're actually on a journey that's really inspiring, and I think that they will get there eventually. But I just think that they will finish in this position. And that team is, sorry, I haven't even said the team, which you probably already guessed now anyway, is Salford City. Salford City in 11th place for me this time. They did finish 10th last season. But I don't think at this point they can make that step up to the playoffs or even close to the playoffs. So that is just what I'm thinking here. Now let's have a look at what they've done so far. Like I say, Matt, feel free to help me out here with the transfers. Any players that stand out for you in the signings. To be honest with you, I don't think any of them do stand out. Haven't really heard of any of those players that they've signed. But they have got a few players in. Let's have a look at this guy from St Johnstone. They've got a centre. They've signed a centre forward. He's from St Johnstone in the Scottish League, and he's called Callum Hendry. He's 24, and yeah, he seems to be quite a tall player as well. So yeah, they've gone for another striker to try and maybe get a few more goals this season to try and get them into the playoffs. Salford used to be 10th last season. Maybe they could make into the playoffs this time. Yeah, like I said, I just don't think they're ready at the moment to make that step to the playoffs, Matt, to be honest with you. But it is all based on opinions, sorry. Yeah, I know, but to be fair, I've only made them drop one place. I just don't think that they're ready to be in the playoffs just yet. I think that they'll have to be patient with it. I think a club like Salford, who, you've got to remember where they've come from in such a short space of time as well. So I just think they will finish there. But yeah, like I said, they've signed a striker. Let's have a look who else they've got in. Here we are, look, yeah, actually. Decided to play from Bradford, but I haven't heard of him. He's 22, this guy is a central midfielder. So they are actually covering places across the pitch, which maybe is promising. And they've got another central midfielder in Steve Mallon. Where have they got him from? Oh gosh, I don't know how to say that name. It's from a second tier Turkish team. I'm not going to attempt to say it. Well, I could try actually. Malatyaspor. Maybe that's not a bad pronunciation. But yeah, I just think Salford will finish in that place next season. Yeah, I think Salford fans will be fairly happy with that. Like I said, they probably do want to be knocking on the playoff door very soon. But I just think this season they won't manage to do that. Now, in 10th place, I've gone for a team that I think that will have a team that actually got into the playoffs last season. But I just don't think that they'll get in this time. I think that I just think looking at the teams that are maybe ahead of them at the moment, I feel like they did kind of get into that position. They only got in there through goal difference, which is something. It's still something, but it wasn't a convincing playoffs place. I just don't think that they will be able to sustain it. I think Swindon Town will finish in 10th. Personally, I just think that they maybe will drop off. And yeah, it is one of those. Going to look at the transfers in a moment. I can see Grimsby Town making it into the top 10 this time. Yeah, I mean, obviously Grimsby were one of the teams that have only just come back up from the National League, so it's a big ask really to get into the top 10 maybe, but maybe it will happen. But I just think sometimes if you can just finish in a place that's mid-table-ish for a promoted side, it's decent progress. It's just about staying up, isn't it, if you come up, really. First season anyway, it's just about staying in the division. But yeah, I mean, but yeah, thank you for that. But yeah, Swindon. I mean, let's have a look who Swindon have managed to recruit. See if there's anybody that stands out in this one. So they've actually signed a lot of youngsters, Swindon, by the looks of things. They've got a player from Bristol Rovers, Kean Harries, who is a centre-back. So obviously they've replaced not Edmund Green, sorry. I've forgotten who did well at centre-back last year for them. Gosh, this is not going to plan. Like I said, I did wish I had the knowledge of League Two, but I just don't have enough knowledge to be able to. I was thinking it was Critchlow. Critchlow, one of the Town youngsters that played, but I don't think he played much really. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, they have got a centre back in. They've signed a few youngsters, and they've also got someone from Sheffield Wednesday, 22 years of age. He's a centre back as well, Kieran Brennan. I've not really heard of him either, but obviously he wants to be playing football at his age, so he's moved to Swindon in hope of that. But yeah, that is one I think, like I say, it's getting interesting now as we get closer to the playoff picture now. Yeah, thank you. I do try and do research before, but sometimes I just kind of have like things that I have open, and I just kind of look as I'm on the stream. Maybe I should have done the research before though. But yeah, anyway, we're learning here, and yeah, I'm kind of trying to provide like kind of the best content and kind of this, the best live streams, kind of thing. So yeah, we keep moving, we keep trying to improve. That's all we can do. But yeah, thank you for that. Now I've put this team in 9th place this time. I just think that they'll still be they'll really mount. Obviously, like I say, 9th onwards probably will mount a playoff push. But I just don't think they'll have enough. I really don't. I think if you look at kind of where they finished last season as well, I mean, I don't always base it on that. To be honest with you, we finished 16th last year, so I've actually been kind to them and actually put them up a few places. But I've gone for Walsall as my 9th place team. I just think that, they've like their time to kind of make the step up now. Obviously, another team that have been in League One and really played well in League One as well, but obviously struggling now in League Two. But I just think that they will just have a nice season in 9th. They won't be able to push for the playoffs at this time. It will be good in the next 12 months' time or more than 100 subscribers. Yeah, thank you. Like I say, on the road to 100. We are getting there slowly but surely. But yeah, like I say, every stream that I do, every bit of content that I do, I'm learning as we go along. So yeah, like I say, hopefully As time goes on, you will be able to see kind of the progress I've made. And yeah, it'll be a really proud moment for me. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, so yeah, Walsall in ninth. Now, if we want to have a look here, we can look at who Walsall have brought in, like we have with viewers. See anybody that stands out. Let's have a look. Just having a look at who Walsall have signed this summer, see if anybody's catching my eye. They've actually, you know who they've actually signed Walsall, by the way? They've actually signed Peter Clark. Obviously, we know Peter Clark well from his days at Huddersfield Town, and I'm surprised. Tranmere let him go so easily. Actually, obviously, but to be honest with you, he is actually 40 years of age now. So to be playing at this level at 40 is just incredible. What a guy! What a legend! Like I said, I remember him very well at Huddersfield. You know, a legend. He helps us achieve things. He was a pro on and off the field, and I remember him very well. He was one of my kind of people I looked up to as I was growing up. Obviously, but yeah, very fond memories of him. So yeah, it's great to see Peter Clark obviously still playing at that age. I think probably maybe you'll only get one more season out of him though. But yeah, best of luck to him at Walsall. Obviously, he's a centre back. So yeah, Peter Clark definitely the name that stands out for me there. Signed. And like I said, they look like they've strengthened across the board, really. But yeah, it is one of those. We'll just have to see. Actually, who have they lost it? I mean, they've lost quite a few as well, maybe 3 transfers. But yeah, I did say Walsall to be relegated earlier, but maybe I was wrong. Like I said, it's all opinions, to be honest with you. Basing it on the table, probably you can't really argue with your prediction because obviously they were 16th last season. So you're probably going to be right more than I, but I just think that they may just be okay. I think they'll progress a bit, more than a bit, but they'll progress this season and get into a comfortable position in 9th. But yeah, it's all opinions, like I say, Matt, so don't worry about it. Now, in 8th place, I've gone for this team because I just think that, like I said, they are a team that kind of potentially, I mean, if you look at it, I'm just doing research as we go along, so yeah, that's why I'm stopping and starting. I'm just trying to find this team again now. In fact, I think it's a team that got relegated once it from League One. This team got relegated from League One, but I think that they'll still be up there next season, and they won't just quite make the playoffs, but they'll definitely be in and around it. And for that reason, I have to go for Gillingham. I just think that they're in good stead to have a solid season in League Two. And yeah, I don't think they'll go up, but they'll definitely be in and around it, and they could potentially sneak in. So you just never know, do you? But I mean, let's have a look at what they've done this summer, see what they've done and who they've lost, because I can imagine maybe. Let's see who stands out for me here. I mean, who's they've signed a really experienced player in Sean Williams, who was playing at Portsmouth, wasn't he, last year? Yeah, he was. He was playing at Portsmouth. So that kind of signing stands out for me. Obviously, experienced defensive midfielder. Yeah, solid signing. But yeah, that's the sign that stands out for me in this one. And they've lost quite a few, but again, it is one of those. Yeah, we keep moving. So in 7th place, I've gone for Bradford City, our neighbours here in Huddersfield. I think that they're a big club for League Two. I really do. But if I'm talking about, where I think they will stay, where I think they will kind of finish, last season they finished 14th. Very disappointing season really for them. I think they'll progress this season and then, another manager and things like that. But then Mark Hughes coming in halfway through, he doesn't help the situation. But I think he's got a pre-season under his belt now. I think that potentially they may push on again. But I just think they'll just miss out on the playoffs. But yeah, a very good team in League Two. Let's have a look who they brought in now. We still have no signs of Mike in, so I'm not so sure if he will be joining now. Because we are coming to the, we still have probably got about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to go of this, but we'll just see how we are for time. Let's have a look at Bradford then this season. They have made a number of signs, by the way. They've been very busy. They've actually got one of our youngsters as well, Kean Harrett, who did very well on loan at Port Vale last year and really helped them nearly, really get into the playoffs as well with his goals. I just think that, Harrett is a goal scorer and it's great to see him building that experience up. Still very young. And obviously Kean Harrett, obviously it'll be interesting to see how he does at Bradford. Now let's have a Kean, yeah, of course. We love Kean, don't we? Great talent. Woohoo, yep. But yeah, I think that, like I said, let's have a look at who else. Ryan East from Swindon now. I think 23-year-old defensive midfielder. Great little player there. Hull City. They've actually got Richie Smallwood as well. A 24-year-old. 31-year-old, central midfielder. So, big up yourself, Chris. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm very much looking forward to obviously doing the predictions with you for the Premier League tomorrow. It'll certainly be interesting. Like I say, I've kind of done it in a funny order. I really should have gone from League Two, League One, Championship, and then Premier League. But I've kind of gone Championship, League One, League Two, and then Premier League. So I've done it in a bit of a funny order, but it doesn't matter, does it really? We're going to be doing the Premier League tomorrow, like I said, which I will mention a bit later on. But yeah, welcome on and thank you for coming in to the stream. So yeah, I think Bradford have done very well to get the players in they have. So like I said, I think they will push on. Like they said, they have lost quite a few as well, though, in all fairness. But yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, I just. Only you, Ryan Law. Yeah, well, it is. I just do it the unique way, Chris. That's what it is. I just do things in a unique way. But yeah, now let's get into the playoff places now. And this is where it gets a bit interesting, doesn't it? Because we're getting into the nitty-gritty of who we think potentially may go up to League One. Now, I've got this team in 6th because I think that they're a very strong outfit. I think that they were in the playoffs last season. They did finish higher up in the table actually last season, but I think that they'll just finish in this place and be in the playoffs again and have another chance to get back up. I think they're a team that, like I said, did very well last season, but they just couldn't quite get over the line, and that is Northampton Town 6th. I just think that they will still be up there. I can't see them dropping off. I think they've still got the quality there. And I think they'll finish 6th. So yeah, as I say, if anybody wants to suggest their playoff teams, please let me know in the chat. It'll be great to hear from you. Now let's have a look at the transfers that they've made then this season, this summer so far. Now they've actually signed Danny Hilton. Now, he was a guy that was at Luton and very highly thought, like I say, he was at Luton for quite a while, wasn't he, I think? No, he's had 2. But yeah, Danny Hilton was at Luton and, yeah, obviously a free transfer. So, a good little signing for them. I think obviously at League Two level, I think he'll do a job for you. I really do. I think he'll really be able to make a claim. Centre forward, and he's 33 years of age. So yeah, that's a good piece of business that for me. Danny Hilton from Luton coming in. Now they have got a player from Newport as well, Ryan Haynes, a left back. Again, I would have actually been able to question Mike about this one, but again, he is not in yet. I don't know where he is. I can't believe he's still in bed at 12:10. Very, very lazy, Mike. I'm very disappointed in you. It would have been great to speak to you this morning. Now this afternoon, of course. Yeah, I cannot. But yeah, so yeah, that is my sixth place team. And like I said, they look like they've been doing some very good signs in the transfer market. So yeah, I think they'll stay where they are. I think they'll get another place. They'll get another chance at the playoff hunt. Now in fifth place, I've gone for this team because I just think that they will be. I think this is another team that's come down from League One. Let me just have a look quickly. Yeah. So this is the team that I've put in fifth. I think they will be right back up there this season. They got relegated from League One. They finished bottom of the table, unfortunately, for them. A very poor season. But I just think we'll see a response from this team, and I think they will get into the playoffs. I'm not so sure they'll go straight back up, but I think that they will, be in the playoff picture, and they will get a chance to get up. But yeah, let's have a look at what they've been signing. And a few players from Carlisle have come in, a few from Cheltenham, and one from Newport. So Newport seems to be getting rid of a lot of players. So be on a free transfer, but it's interesting that they have managed. And like I said, they've kind of lost a few as well. But yeah, like I said, probably. But yeah, I just think that I haven't actually said the team. I keep sometimes forgetting to change the team over. And like I said, and when I get more advanced with this, I can be able to put the logo, and it'll look a lot better than this, by the way. But for the time being, I'll have to do it this way until I learn a bit more about how to put the logos in, how to put the clubs. You know what I mean? So it's very, very tricky if you are new to this. So yeah, we'll get there eventually. But yeah, this is how we're doing it at the moment. So yeah, it would have been a lot easier if we could have done it the other way. But like I see, other streams like Dan. From Turf House Mode TV, big up to yourself, mate. Like I say, if anyone doesn't subscribe to him, please go subscribe to him. And Leicester Till I Die TV, of course, Chris, who's coming onto the channel tomorrow, actually, like I say. But yeah, I've been on his channel a few times, and yeah, great guy, and it's been great to meet some new people on YouTube. Can put them in logo called banners. Not only, yeah, I know. But to be honest with you, I wanted to have if you it's hard to describe. If you have a look at like Dan's stream where he did the table predictions, he's put the club, he's put the badge and then the name below it, obviously, and it looks a lot more smarter than this. It's not a banner. He's implemented something into the stream where you can just put it in. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he's one of those. Now, moving on. So, in fourth place, I've gone for this team because I just think they'll be up there again this season. They just missed out narrowly actually last season to the players, but I think that this is their time to really get in there now. Like I said, they only missed out on goal difference, which is very unlucky, you could say. But I think this time they'll definitely make sure they get in there, and they'll get in there comfortably. So I'm going to go for Mansfield Town. I think that they're going to be really mount a challenge this year, and yeah, I just feel like they're going to really make sure they're in there. Now let's have a look at Mansfield's transfer business. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, they've signed a few, but they've also lost a few as well. They've got a player from Cheltenham, Scott Flinders. He's 36 actually, so he's a very experienced pro. He's a goalkeeper actually as well. So yeah, I mean, potentially looking to get some experience in the goal, or help the goalkeeper that is currently number one there. Not sure if. MK Don, this I play from MK Dons as well. Central midfielder, 26 years of age, Hiram Boateng. Again, not bad. I mean, I've not really heard of him, but I think that it looks like he's a very good player. And they've also got a youngster from Nottingham Forest, 21 years of age, Will Swan. He's a centre forward as well. So we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, now then, let's have a look at third place. Sorry, I'm looking at something else at the moment. So yeah, in third place, I'm going to go for this team because I just feel like it's their time now to really push on. Maybe people will be surprised by this selection, especially with them finishing 13th last year. But I just think that they'll be able to. Like I said, they've had a few years that they've had a tough journey. Obviously, going to the National League and then obviously rebuilding from there and obviously getting promoted. It's not easy to make that transition, but they have been in League One before. And yeah, I just think that the time is now for them to come back up. I'm going to go for Leyton Orient in third. Like I say, Matt, anybody, if you want to let me know your thoughts on the playoff picture, post them in the chat and I'll read them out and I'll give you my take on them. Yeah, sorry guys, just seeing if you can get Mike in soon enough. Now in second place, Mike will probably like this actually because I've put his team in this position because I feel like they're ready to step up again. I feel like they've been unlucky maybe to miss out on playoffs at times and they've kind of, for the last season, only finished 11th, but I still see the potential now. I still see them, I think they've been in League Two for a while, and I just think that the time is now to really, get promoted. So for that reason, I'm going for Newport County in second. Obviously, Mike's team, which I would have loved to have heard his thoughts on, but we are at 12:20 and he's still not here, which is not ideal. I really hoped that he would have been able to come on but it's one of those things, unfortunately. We keep moving on. So yeah, I think that, so we'll look at Newport's business then, transfer business so far as well. I mean, yeah, they have got a few players now. I mean, the player that stands out for me is they've got someone from Morecambe called Wildig. He's 30 years of age, he's a central midfielder. Played at Morecambe, and like I say, I remember him. I've seen him play a few times. I think he's the one that stands out for me that they've signed so far. Nicely one to predict it. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Who do you think will get into the playoffs then, Matt? Are you thinking, what teams do you think? Or who do you think will go up automatically? Whatever you want to say, let me know. And then if you've been following from the very beginning, you will know who I decided to put in third place. Now, this team, obviously, I feel like they're too strong of an outfit to be in League Two, really, if I'm honest with you. I think that they obviously are a team that they are the team that just got relegated last year in the final place in the relegation. And yeah, they were unlucky to kind of miss that. In fact, yeah, that's right. And they were kind of maybe a few points off getting to safety, but I just think they're in very good stead to come straight back up. I think they're too good for League Two, but they're not good enough for League One. It seems that way anyway. So for that reason, I have to go for Doncaster Rovers. Obviously, another Yorkshire team that obviously South Yorkshire, really, not really much of a rivalry between us and Doncaster, but Mansfield and Bradford. So you think Mansfield and Bradford will go up automatically? Is that correct? Very good shouts if they are. And Doncaster, it is Doncaster, as the banner says. But yeah, let's have a look at Doncaster and what they've managed to bring in as well this summer. Where are we now? There they are. You can't miss the Doncaster badge. I mean, no real names standing out for me in what they've signed, but they have got a player from Barnsley, 23-year-old George Miller. I've not heard of him at all. As a centre forward. They've also signed someone from Fleetwood called Harrison Biggins, 26 years of age, central midfielder. So they've got someone in defence and strike. And who else have they got in? So someone from Hartlepool, Luke Molyneux, 24 years of age, attacking midfield. So yeah, they've actually kept the defence as it is. But yeah, it's been a long stream, actually, hasn't it? It's actually been longer than what we did yesterday for League One, which is strange because I think it's because what I've done is I've looked at who they've signed, whereas in League One I didn't actually do that. So that's what's prolonged the stream a bit more, which I probably should have done for League One. But anyway, we live and learn. We didn't do it for that one, so it is one of those. But yeah, who do I think will go via the playoffs? Obviously, I've predicted who I think will finish. It's not. Oh, there. I'm going to say it seems StreamYard froze for a second. Who I think will finish. Who I think will go up, sorry. in the playoffs. Oh, it's a tough one. This, it really is a tough one. I think they've all got the quality. That's the problem. You know what? I think I'm going to go for the outsider here from my predictions. I think Northampton. I think Northampton Town will get promoted via the playoffs. I just think, yeah, they've had a few disappointments over the years, and I just think it's their time now to get promoted. So yeah, that is my prediction. And there we are. We have finished the League Two prediction. Prediction, sorry. So yeah, like I say, if you do like what you have seen today, please like the video. Please share. And if you haven't already, I would really, really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. I really would. Like, literally, I'm 30 followers away, 30 subscribers away, sorry. I'm thinking about social media. 30 subscribers away from 100. So if we can get to 100, that is a big milestone to hit in these last few, kind of, obviously not been going long, but yeah, to get to 100 then keep building on that. You know, it's always, I think it's always harder to get the first 100. Then once you get the first 100, then you know that a lot of people kind of, well, I say a lot of people, it doesn't feel like a lot of people then do start to promote your stuff even more, and you get a bigger following. The more bigger following you get, obviously, the more known. Now we have got another viewer in. Now, if this is you, Mike, you have joined at the perfect time. If it isn't, then obviously, but I haven't actually got a response from you yet. So yeah, I'm presuming you're still not in. Hello, Nippon Sport. Welcome. Thank you for coming to tune in. You've actually just caught the end of this stream. We've just been predicting the League Two table, you know, for the new season. We'll be doing the Premier League, by the way, tomorrow, Nippon, at 12:30 UK time. We'll be going live, and I'll be doing a prediction with Chris from Leicester Till I Die TV. So yeah, we're doing the Premier League prediction table show. So yeah, it'd be good for you to come in then if you are free. But yeah, it's great for you to come in. I really appreciate that. But yeah, as I was saying, guys, like I say, if you can help me by getting my subscribers up, it would mean a lot to me. Yeah, we're nearly at 100. We're getting there slowly but surely. But yeah, I do need everybody's help in this by spreading the word about the channel. Leighton Orient to push promotion. I've actually put them in the promotion race, and actually, yeah, I have. I think they will push promotion, and I've actually put them in third place, believe it or not. So yeah, good shout there, by the way. So yeah, I mean, it'd certainly be interesting to see what happens, for sure. But yeah, I mean, we were hoping to get Mike in, obviously a Newport County fan, but unfortunately, he's not made it. He's still, he must be still in bed. But yeah, it is one of those. Like I said, we have got a guest on tomorrow, which makes it even better now. Obviously, it's always good to have somebody else on the channel because it just sparks that more debate, you know, and things like that. So yeah, please do join for that. Like I say, 12:30 PM UK time. As we predict the Premier League table, me and Chris from Leicester's Till I Die TV. So yeah, have a good rest of the day. Like I said, there is some exciting content coming tonight, by the way, guys. It should actually be, it will be uploaded later, but it will be a late one. I'll be doing another vlog as I go to the Women's Euros game between France and Italy. It's going to be a fantastic occasion, and I'm really excited to be vlogging another match for you. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Like I say, links will be posted once uploaded. Sorry. But yeah, really exciting stuff. I do want to be kind of consistent, like I say, with doing things. But it's very hard, kind of sometimes, on the off season especially, to kind of find content to do. So when the football season starts, you've got no issues. You've got plenty of things to be able to do. But yeah, anyway, I'm waffling. So yeah, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate I really appreciate everybody's support so far. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, whoever's come in here. Like I said, Matthew, big up to yourself, mate. Thank you so much for coming in and staying from the very start to the end. Much love to you, and like I say, thanks anybody else that dropped by and kind of said hello. Appreciate that. But yeah, I'll stop waffling now. Have a good rest of your week and enjoy the sunshine. Might as well enjoy it whilst we've got it. And yeah, I shall see you tomorrow at 12:30 UK time, and then look out for the vlog that I will be doing tonight. And it'll be uploaded around, I would say, just before midnight, maybe just before. I'm not sure. But yeah, stay tuned. Have a good rest of the day. Take care, everybody, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye.